Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the daily cards for the 16th of August 2017. How are you all doing? Did you manage to get through yesterday? The energies yesterday, like early on, were absolutely crazy. It's usually when there's something big going to happen, okay? So just bear with them. The cards today are really, really good, and the energy is different today. I felt it when I woke up this morning. It was like, it was lighter, okay? There was sunshine streaming through my window and everything, and it was like, yeah, there's a bit of a change. And I feel a lot of us are struggling with this Mercury retrograde, okay? And what I was told this morning, I always just lie in bed when I wake up and sort of tune in, see what I'm feeling, see if there's any messages wanting to come through. And they were saying that this is for us, okay? This Mercury retrograde isn't just there to piss us off, you know, and put us in this like panic of chaos. It's actually there for us to try and lead us to our destination, you know. And I've said this before, that destination and destiny are very similar, you know. It's your desired destination that you get to, but you know, destiny has a hand in that, you know. So all of us within our soul, we know where it is that we are heading to. We just forget to check in and ask that, and we sort of go around all this like this stuff, don't we? It's like, right, I've lost my way. All you've got to do is go inward. So this is what this Mercury retrograde is doing. It's wanting us to reevaluate. It's wanting us to reassess. You know, it's wanting us to reset as well. So it's like, if we realise that we've gone off course, this was some of the cards, last week, wasn't it? If we realise we've diverted from our path, you know, because it doesn't feel right. When we are not on the path, it doesn't feel right. When we are going with the universal energies or whatever, you know, when we are going in the right direction, it feels good. You know, there's no tension there. It's actually, you know, we start to feel more invigorated. We start to feel the energy, and we start to feel more alive. There's a belief comes back. Yesterday was about losing the faith. Today it's like, right, okay, reset, press that reset button and see where you're going to go. And this Mercury retrograde is actually coming in to help you, you know. It's sort of like a guide pushing you ahead. And yeah, there might be like, it might be a bit scary where you've got to go, you know, to get through it, but you will get through it. And the only way to get through something is to go straight through it, okay? So that's what was like sort of coming in. It's a bit like, you know, like on a battlefield when it's like charge, you know, and that's it. And the thing is, if you run, it's like when it's really dark at night time and you're scared, isn't it? You like run through the corridor. I don't know what running does. I don't know what running does, but that's what it's sort of saying here, you know, like if you are scared, just run through it, you know, tackle it head on. I've said this before. I was in Asia once, and we were walking down this road, and it was about 4 o'clock in the morning. It was pitch black. There was no street lights or anything, and there was a pack of about 8 or 9 dogs just came, and they were snarling and everything. And I love animals. I usually have an affinity with animals, but this time I was like, oh, I'm not going over to pet them. And they were standing and snarling and everything. And my friend that was with me just literally started screaming and ran towards them, and they disappeared. You know, they were as scared of us as what we were of them. But by actually facing the fear, they disappeared. So that was pretty much what I got this morning in a nutshell, you know. Most people like sort of say what they're going to wear or whatever, you know. I sit and get all of these. But anyway, back to the cards today, because I really, really like them. And as I've said, I'm using the Thoth deck, which a little bit controversial, you know. Some people don't like them, and everybody has a different opinion on them. I personally don't like Crowley, or have a, it's not that I don't like him, I don't like to engage with his stuff. These cards are absolutely fine, okay? I don't have a problem with the cards. I think they're very, very insightful. So the card that we've picked today is the High Priestess, okay? And this is very similar to what's in the normal tarot deck. But this one actually talks quite a lot about the moon as well, you know, and the moon is always linked to our fears as well. But it's like using this moon to access your intuitive powers as well, you know, to get that inner equilibrium. You know, yesterday I was talking about that spirit level, you know, and this is what it's about. So this is what I feel we're being forced to do at the moment. Because when we have this, when we are centered, okay, we have more self-belief. And this is what the High Priestess is coming in because she wants to teach you. And the High Priestess, it's like she knows, okay, she knows the secrets of the universe. She hasn't learned them from books or anything. She just instinctively knows. And if we have a look at that card, she's like surrounded by these rays of light as well. And this is shown like her spiritual nature, you know. The essence of her is unrestricted as well. There is no restriction. She allows whatever to come to her, you know, because she has no fear, because she understands the way the world works. She's that much in tune with her intuitive abilities that she trusts them completely, and she trusts the universe. So this is sort of, you know, it's a bit of a like female archetype, that the High Priestess, you know, we have quite a lot of them in tarot. But she is talking about, you know, I mean, the Empress is all about like sweetness and light and all of this. The High Priestess is a little bit more intriguing, you know. It's like she will delve into the darkness, you know, because she wants to unravel that mystery, or she wants you to unravel that mystery, you know, and develop your own psychic power. So she uses the moon, which a lot of people are scared of, to actually sort of enhance her and to guide her and to teach her, so that she then in turn can teach. So like I say, this is, you know, it's not all, a lot of people think spiritual is very fluffy, you know, and it's all unicorns and things like that. It's not. To actually fully embrace a spiritual life, you need to get to them fucking depths. You need to dig deep, you know, within yourself in order to sort of illuminate all of these dark corners and everything, and get everything out into the open and face it head on, you know. And that is when, you know, you are living a true spiritual life, when you realize it's true spiritual life, when you realize that your negative experiences and thoughts and sides and all of that are as important as what your light is, you know, and the nice things. I was reading a thing yesterday where it was saying there's no such thing as a negative experience. It's an experience that might not have been comfortable, but it will lead you to what you don't want. Okay, I get a lot of readings. A lot of people, you know, love is a majority of what people talk to me about when they're wanting readings. And it's, you know, I do believe that we're not here to find out what love really is. It's to find out what it isn't. So then when we recognize it, and we recognize this true love, we know it, you know, but we'll only get that if we realize what love isn't, you know. Or if we've lost love, we then appreciate it more. So like I say, this is why it's talking about this negative side as well. And this card is telling you to listen to your own inner voice, you know, go internal, because internal you will find your guide and you will find your healer. Okay, you will be your own guru, you will be your own hero. Everything that you need is actually inside of you. The universe is helping you, it's conspiring to help you, and it will show you signs. And when you step into your authenticity, and when you turn your head off and switch your soul on and start listening to it, you know, the universe is like, right, okay, they've got it. I'm going to show them, I'm going to make this quicker, I'm going to speed things up for them, because they're on the right path. You know, we're working in unison now. We're both co-creating. So this is what this card is saying, you know. This is talking about wisdom. It's talking about serenity. It's talking about knowledge. And it's talking about understanding. You know, spiritual enlightenment, that is when you shine. You know, people say it, and they meet these people who are living, you know, a true spiritual life. I don't know, when I met James Van Praagh, and he was just, it's like his light was shining, you know, he was like a beacon, and that actually sort of draws people to them, you know. The Yogi Bhajan says, be the lighthouse. You know, that's what you need to be. You don't need to do anything. You just stand there and shine, and the people will come to you. You know, you are the safe space And when you are in this safe space, it's because you feel safe within who you are, and you feel that you can embrace your authenticity, because nothing else matters. So you just stand and shine. This necklace, actually, a friend got me it, and the stone, it's Aura Verde. A few people have mentioned it, and I absolutely adore it. And this is meant to make the wearer shine no matter what their circumstances, you know. So it's always like, if I'm feeling a bit down, it's like, right, come on, give me a bit light, you know. So yeah, so this is saying, you know, the High Priestess knows, and you know, we get like sort of bogged down with life stuff, okay, and we turn off our intuition, or there's so much other stuff going on and so much other noise, you know. And noise, if we think as well, is also a vibration, and that affects our vibration. But if you take time in stillness, if you take time to check into your feels, you know, listen to your intuition, you will have your guide, teacher, healer and helper there, always with you, always, you know. So the High Priestess here, if this is somebody in your life, it is somebody that is coming in to teach you, not in a controlling way. You know, this person has a deep, intuitive understanding of the universe. They know how it works, and they use their knowledge to teach and inspire rather than to try and control. The High Priestess is quite feminine, you know, she's mysterious, she's in tune, you know, with everything around her. She's quite intriguing as well, you know, and she is telling you to look for the signs. Look for the signs that will change your life, or look for the signs of where the High Priestess is in your life as well. You know, because you will know it. You will know it. You just need to actually tap in and feel it. So this is about quieting your mind here, you know, and it's like, some pieces of the puzzle are now becoming clearer. It's like, right, okay, that makes sense. You know, when you have that little light bulb moment. There's a lot of lights and light bulbs there. They're showing me here at the picture, in the pictures. I'm laughing there, sorry, because when I get stressed or when I get excited, I blow things up. And I think I blew a light bulb up last night. I do it all the time. My daughter calls me Carrie. But this is it. It's like things are becoming clearer, you know. It's like that light bulb moment you're getting, you know. All is not revealed at this point. It's not there. It's not the fun answers. Like I say the other day when Spirit said to me, where would the fun be in that? You know, giving you all the answers in one go. That doesn't work. It's the experience. That's what we're here to do. We are here to experience experiences. You know, it's not about the end result. It's not about that. If that was, you know, like Alan Watts says, if it was all about the end result and the destination, we would go to a music concert to listen to one note. But it's not. It's all of them feelings that music gives you when it's coursing through your body, you know. And music can be happy or sad. There's one of my favourite songwriters, his words, I just love his mind, is a guy called Keaton Henson. And he makes my soul sing so loud, but he makes my soul weep as well. Because when I listen to his words, he feels it. And I felt it, you know. There's a real empathy, empathic thing about his music, you know. And it's not just to hear that last note. What joy is in that? It's to actually go on the journey with that music. And this is what life is. We're going on this journey and we're experiencing every single day. So with this as well, it's like, you know, shut your eyes in order to see. Often we can be blinded by what we can see because our brain sort of like tells us how things should be. You know, it's you can do that when they do that test with the colours, don't they? And they have the colour like, say, an orange, but they write yellow on it. And it tricks our brain. So our eyes can actually cause us to play tricks on us, you know. So shut your eyes in order to see, because when you shut your eyes, you go into your feels. And this is when your like spidey sense comes on. And this is what the High Priestess is wanting you to do, to actually learn how to use that. When I teach tarot, I always say, like, hold a card in your hand, don't look at it, hold it, and what do you feel with it? Does it feel hot? Does it feel cold? Does it feel warm? You know, does it feel happy? Does it feel sad? Whatever you're getting, that's it. And that's one of the first lessons that I think when you're learning tarot, because if you look at the card can instantly make you make a decision, right? Wilma, you know. But if you go into your feels, this is when you're actually tapping into your intuition. You're making it work, because you don't have that sort of gift of sight. So like I say, this is a beautiful, beautiful card, this, and she is asking you today, what is your darkness trying to tell you? Okay, what bit of intuition are you trying to drown out at the moment? Because delve in that darkness and there will be an answer that will bring you into the light, you know. Like I say, the High Priestess is coming in because this is a very high vibrational time, you know. And like I say, every single one of us has intuition. Every single one of us. There is nobody without it. But we just need to learn how to sort of fine-tune it and listen to the messages as well. Because this is about, like, you know, it's about our sort of, I don't know, it's like, a lot of times within life, right, and the way we are within society, Hendrix, sorry about this, Hendrix, I'm so sorry. This is an absolute madhouse here at the minute with these dogs. Society tells us to suppress our subconscious. If we think we have all of these, like, TVs, you know, it's everything. It's just, it's numb. It's mind numbing. And there is a reason for that, you know, because, you know, I don't want to say it, but there are people that don't want us to wake up, you know. It's keep them dumb, and then they are easier controlled, you know. So like I say, society tells us to suppress our subconscious mind, you know. But when we do that, we can never fully understand ourselves or understand our experiences or understand life. So the High Priestess is coming in to say to you, you know, that you have this wisdom. You just need to block everything else off and listen to it, you know, because if you cannot express yourself fully and be authentic, then you are repressing yourself and restricting yourself. You will never get to your dreams or whatever when you are not authentic. Authenticity is key. Truth is key. You know, I say at the end of these videos, Sat Nam. Sat Nam is the Kundalini yoga chant or greeting, whatever, that means truth is my name, truth is my identity, you know. And when you do that, when you show up in your truth, you encourage other people to do the same as well. It's like, yeah, me too, you know, and they see that there is another way, people that have struggled and things like that. So this is why the High Priestess is coming in. There's a real, sorry, I'm getting excited. The energy with these cards today is absolutely fantastic, you know. And what this is saying is when you discover this sense of self within yourself, you realize that you need less, you know. You need less of the acquaintances. You have the close people, but you need less of the acquaintances. You need less of the stuff because you're happy without it. You know, you don't have to go out and shop and shop and shop in order to fill this void because that void has been filled, you know, anyway. So a lot of people, you know, that have these, we go around life picking up these habits that make us feel more full because there is this void, there is something missing. But when you discover your own intuition and your own inner sense of being and your own authenticity, you find that you are a lot more self-sufficient. Now, I'm not saying go off and live in a wood and, do you know what I mean, and forage Bear Grylls style, but you don't need them. Yes, you have. I had somebody slating me the other day because I have, like I say, because I dye my hair and because I have ornaments and things like that. I have these because I like them, but I don't need them. Okay, take them away from me. Like I say, when I'm moving away, I think I'm getting rid of everything. It's just stuff. But I have them around us because I like them, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You know, it's great. Sorry, I don't like fine. That's great to have. But knowing that you don't need them to make you happy because you have that happiness already. You know, if we have a look here, we've got all of the fruits and the flowers at the bottom here, you know, and this is saying she finds her innermost riches as well. So the more you accept yourself, the more you can share of yourself with others, and the deeper your clarity becomes as well. You know, so your intuition, the more you're using it, it's like a muscle. 2 seconds. Hendrix! It's like a muscle, you know. And the more you use it, the stronger it will become, Okay, it's an absolutely brilliant card, this, and it talks about balance, and it talks about equilibrium, and it talks about harmony. You know, if we have a look at the High Priestess, she's very feminine on top and masculine on the bottom. She's like, you know, she's got herself sorted. It's like, know thyself. You know, so this is saying tap into your intuitive abilities. It could be clairvoyance, it could be telepathy, it could be, you know, whatever it is, but you will find your own. And this will allow you to heal yourself and also allow you to start to make your mark in the world as well. Sorry about that, and I'm so sorry about the dogs there. So when I went to pick the Osho cards today, two fell out. Two absolutely beautiful, beautiful cards. And if we look at the colours of them, can we see the colours of all these cards together? They're beautiful, aren't they? You know, a lot of blues. This is communication. You know, it's listening to communication. It's receiving it. It's giving it out. It's healing in the process as well. So we have awareness. And if we have a look at this card, it's not a nice card. Well, it is a nice card, but it doesn't look it on... when on first glance, because if we have a look at that shadow, behind that shadow actually looks in anguish, they look in torment, you know, they look in turmoil. It's like, you know, when you are going through this dark night of the soul, how some of us have been feeling, and we want to tear our hair out, and it's like, please make it stop, you know. And this is it, it's the mental frustration is in here. And if we have a look in the background, it's all greys, and you know, and this is it, and it's dark times, and it's a grey world, you know. But what is happening is that veil is being ripped apart, because this is what the High Priestess does. She unveils things. So this is unveiling, and you're being able to rip this veil apart, this veil of illusion, where nothing that you were focusing on that was making you feel this turmoil and pain was real. So she is seeing things how they really are. You know, and this can be painful when we do this, you know, when we suddenly realise, like, whoa, my reality was never real, you know. But this is an escape. This is our sort of first step to freedom, you know, breathing clean air as well. Because if we have a look at that person emerging, it's like a child, you know, and the result, it's clean, it's calm, it's clear. There's innocence coming in with it as well. And there's the blues in this is healing. And this is because when you step into your authentic you, you're like a newborn. It's like, right, okay, this is who I was born to be. You know, and you step into your role that you signed up for, you know, that this is it. We all said we wanted to be here. But you do it in an authentic way and in a truthful way as well. And you realise that this pain that you have been wishing would go away has actually came to wake you up. Okay, I said it before, there's no sweetness without sweat. We've got to do the work, you know, and if we didn't do the work, we wouldn't appreciate the outcome. So like I say, this pain has woke us up. This pain has been that bad that we have needed to break free from it. And when breaking free from it, we are freeing ourselves to be who we truly are. Okay, so it's not about going back. She doesn't want to shut that veil and go back into that anguish there. You know, she's been groping in the dark for too long, you know, but that dark is now dissolving. And this is where harmony comes in, you know. So this is it with this awareness. It is beautiful. There's a freshness comes with this. It's tapping into your intuition. It's feeling the universe. It's knowing your purpose. It's knowing that even if you don't know where you're going, you're trusting the universe that you are on the right path. And then we have this one came in, which is honestly, I dreamt of dolphins last night. Actually, that's it's quite bizarre. And one of my favourite songs in the world is Dolphins by, I like it by Tim Buckley. I think it was by Fred Neil originally, but the Tim Buckley version is my favourite. But yes, so this is harmony. Sorry, I went completely mind blank there. So this is such a beautiful card, and this is saying that harmony occurs when you actually go with the flow of the universe, when you actually dance to the rhythms of the universe, when you allow the music of the universe to sort of penetrate your soul and you feel it within all of your being, you know. What we're doing at the moment and what we're doing when we're in discord and all of this is we're struggling against it. We're saying, no, we know best, but this is hard and this isn't the universe. It's going, yeah, come with me and it will be easier. Stop fighting it, you know, stop resisting it. Come with me. So this is what this card is talking about, and it's saying when you allow yourself to be simple and soft, if you think if you're fighting, you're tight, you're rigid, aren't you? When you just relax, you know, you are at peace. And like I say, this card is talking again about soul connections. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with these dogs today, but they're really, really going to get wrong. It's talking about soul connections because, Hendrix! This connection is coming from her heart and it's going into her third eye here, you know. So this is a karmic connection. We don't meet people by chance, you know, we don't. I've showed you before that little tattoo I have, the red string of fate. And it's like they say that the gods, in folklore, they say that the gods will tie an invisible red thread around the little finger of all souls who are meant to meet in this life. And it doesn't matter where they are in the world, at the right time they will come together. And that is a karmic connection. But this card is talking about something that goes beyond the physical. You know, look at that sparkly train there. There's magic there. You know, there's, I don't know, I got there's magic in them hills. Like a proper, like an old cowboy saying that. I don't know if that meant, if the hills or anything mean anything to you. There's magic in them there hills. So this is it. So this is talking about a union as well. And when you step into your authenticity and you go with the universe will bring the people into you that you are destined to meet. You know, this card as well, with it being the blues, it's talking about our throat chakra. It's talking about clear communication, being able to be yourself, being able to speak freely as well. You know, this is essential. This is essential. You should never have to censor yourself, you know, for fear of what anybody else might think, you know, because when you have connections like this, when you meet your soul tribe or whatever, there is no censorship because they know you on a soul level, you know. Dolphins as well have quite a telepathic way of communicating. They transmit their frequency for miles, you know. They have a very high intelligence, but they're also very, very playful creatures. So this card is talking about your intuition, opening your heart chakra, seeing the connections that you're getting, you know, and this will lead you to harmony, you know, because it's saying you have the wisdom now. You realise that life is not meant to be serious. It's like, why so serious? You know, go out and live it and love it and have fun and play. Because that's it. And when you do that, you flow. You know, life can be pretty shitty at times, but if you lose your sense of play, you lose your sense of joy and you lose your sense of self. You know, so this is saying there's a lot of joy for you as well. Because this, with normal tarot, is the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is such a beautiful card, and it embodies happiness, it's joy, it's contentment, it's emotional fulfillment, particularly in areas of relationships. It represents a sort of almost like idyllic state of peace and harmony and love, where everything you've dreamed of is there and your wishes are coming true, you know, and you can delight in your good fortune. Because you've been through the mill, you've had the dark times and they've woke you up to what you don't want. So now you know exactly what it is that you do. And it's coming. So if this card, if this isn't your life at the moment, expect it, you know, because this is the gift for sort of going through the bad times, you know. It's a very uplifting card. It's speaking about clarity. There's a real cleansing coming in with this card as well, a real sort of clear thinking, clarity, you know, and alignment as well. And it's like, you know, we need to endure unhappiness to actually appreciate happiness. And when we have appreciation and when we are grateful for what we have, no matter how small, it will double and double and double. When we focus on lack and we are keeping back what we have, you know, then the universe thinks that that's what we want. So it gives us less of stuff. It doesn't give us any more. When we are grateful and we say, right, okay, I want to share this and I want to share this with the world and I want to share myself with the world, the universe will say, right, okay, this is what I'll give you. and you find that you are living in abundance. And abundance is not always about having £1 million in the bank. That is not true abundance. True abundance is riches. It's when you know yourself. It's when you have these connections with people, you know, that are priceless. You cannot put money on that, you know. There are people, and I'm not saying everybody, because people think I'm anti-money. I'm not anti-money, you know, but there are people in power who, you know, are privileged and were born into privilege, who will never feel the connections, you know, that maybe some homeless person on the street feels. They will never look into the eyes of somebody else and feel that soul connection, you know, where somebody that has nothing is prepared to give you what they have. There was a guy when I was in Laos, an old family, who offered to share their food with me. They had nothing. The average wage there is $1. And they said, you look tired and hungry, here, have my food. And I said, that's yours. And they said, no, this is ours. There's no such word for yours here. And that person had nothing, yet somebody sitting with millions in the bank would have dismissed me walking past. So this is what I'm talking about. That is abundance, you know. And when you have abundance, you have enough to give it away, because you know that it's just going to carry on coming and coming and coming, you know. And this is what you have. And this is why with the 10 of Cups, it's love, love, love. Because when you're giving that love out, you know that you're getting it back. So it's balanced. You know, it's unconditional. It doesn't come with conditions, which, you know, a lot of society tells us that is like how love should be. I love you if you do that for me. I love you if you do that. I love you if you're that type of person. Bollocks, you know. I love you because I see you and I see your soul, and I appreciate that being in my life. And that is what this is talking about here. So, like I say, the happily ever after is just round the corner if it's not here now. You know, so they're saying, send your intention tonight. Tonight, go up and look at the moon and send your intention of what you feel you haven't got. But know that it's coming. Don't come from a place of lack. Know that it's coming to you. Know that you will bring it to you. Because these cards today, there is magic in the air. I'm telling you that, you know, very manifesting, but be careful what you wish for as well, you know. Be careful, you know, make sure that it's coming from heart base as well, you know. The Colette Baron Reid card that I've pulled today is the fates, you know. It's fate, it's fated, it's destiny, it's kismet, whatever you want to call it. Serendipity, nothing is by chance. You know, fate, we often don't have control over it. It can come in and it can just, wow, it can be like a bit of a whirlwind, you know. But we cannot stop it, but it's meant to be. And if something is meant to be, there isn't anything we can do about it. But you know, it's always for us, always. So like I say, there could be somebody coming into your life that just, it's like, bam, wow, you know, your intuition's coming on. You've got this awareness. You're suddenly listening to what the universe is trying to say to you and listening to your inner self. And if we have a look here, you know, stars, my mum always used to tell me every star was a dream that had come true. And it's like she's pulling them stars down to her. She's pulling her dreams to her. You know, she knows that they can be reality. She's not sitting looking at them wistfully. She's like, right, what do I need to do to get my hopes and dreams to me? And that is be authentic and just be you, you know. Within this card, fate, when you actually look the dictionary definition up of fate, it says the 3 goddesses who preside over birth and life of humans. You know, and each person was thought of as a spindle around which the 3 fates would spin the thread of human destiny. And I've just mentioned the threads, you know. Whatever is happening now is written in the stars, okay? So let it happen, because there is a massive gift coming for you if you want to accept it, okay? So I hope they made sense. I do want to say there, when I've just said that, written in the stars, okay? I need to mention a reader on YouTube. It is I Am Leanne I Am, she's called. She done my birth chart. I had a reading with Leanne on Friday, and Leanne done my birth chart. And it's the first time I've ever had my proper birth chart done. It blew my mind, honestly. I couldn't believe it. It was... I've never had validation like it, you know, and Leanne herself is an absolute, you know, we both have the same birthday and everything. It was like, yeah, soul sister. So that's it. There was, you know, there was a connection straight away there. But absolutely amazing, amazing birth chart reading. You know, I was blown away with it. So if anybody wants to go over and check out her channel, if you don't already, it's I Am Leanne, I Am. Unbelievable. Okay, I know when I need clarity, that is where I'm gonna go. So like I say, it's written in the stars, and when I got that birth chart, my whole life, I couldn't believe how accurate it was. It was mad. And again, all that done was just made me verify and made me trust that, you know, this is all predestined for us, and our destiny is there, and we will get to that, even if we have got to go kicking and screaming. If they've got to drag us kicking and screaming, we will get to it, okay? We'll be presented with it, but it's up to us to actually step up to get it. So I hope that made sense to you. Sorry, I feel like I've been on a bit of a rant there. But those were the cards, and I absolutely love them, and the energy is really, really good today. So like I say, get manifest and think what you want in your life as well, you know, and allow it to come to you if it presents itself. So if anybody would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. The link is below. I only have emergency readings available this week, so if you want an emergency reading, please email me first, because you can't book that through the website. Please email me. If not, you can book in for next week. Okay, I'm now going to go, and I think I'm going to kill 2 dogs, so I'm so sorry about that. Very unprofessional, but hey, this is sort of my life. You get a little glimpse into my life every morning. Okay, so I'm sending a lot of love, and like I say, feel that magic as well. Just rub your hands and feel that energy, because the energy is very, very high today. Okay, Sat Nam.